Hey everyone, I'm sure many of you are dealing with the binding issue of the Turtle Beach Velocity One's flight yoke. It really hinders fine pitch control and can make smooth landings especially frustrating. I've come up with a simple, cheap, and non-destructive method for fixing the binding issue of the flight yoke. You'll need the following tools and items for this fix. You're going to need a narrow shafted Phillips head screwdriver, a pair of needle nose pliers, some wire cutters, and a good zip tie. I also used a small plastic prying tool to remove the rubber pads on the bottom of the flight yoke that cover two of the assembly screws. The first thing you need to do is remove the 11 assembly screws on the bottom of the flight yoke. You do not need to worry about the clamp bolts as they do not interfere with the disassembly. As I mentioned before, two of the assembly screws are covered by these rubber pads, so remove them and set aside. After the screws are removed and retained, turn the yoke back over and remove the top cover. You'll see that attached to the primary shaft is a plastic piece that is holding the magnetic sensor that controls the pitch. This plastic piece is also connected to a secondary shaft that uses two opposing springs to aid in maintaining a neutral position. You can see that this plastic piece is attached with only one bolt and that the forward portion is split. If you look closely as I push on the yoke, the plastic piece is not strong enough to withstand the force of the forward spring, allowing it to bend rearwards. This is causing it to bind up on the secondary shaft. It also bends very slightly when you pull back on the yoke, but not nearly as much. To fix this, simply secure your zip tie around the front portion of this plastic piece and tighten it down. I used a pair of needle nose pliers to help get that last click and really snug it in there. The zip tie resists the forces, causing the split end to separate when pushing forward on the yoke, and helps prevent the very slight movement when pulling back on the yoke. It's hard to really tell in the video, but the binding issue is completely gone afterwards. The push and pull of the yoke is now incredibly smooth. Now all that's left to do is reassemble your yoke and you're ready to fly again. I hope this video is able to help some of you out with fixing the binding issue on your Turtle Beach Velocity One flight yoke. I personally still feel that the two opposing springs that aid in maintaining a neutral pitch are a bit strong and abrupt, but overall this fix has greatly helped with the feel of the yoke. Fair skies and smooth landings.